Hello friends, today we will study about the factors controlling the stop of an automobile. So when we are driving the vehicle, at that time, because of some emergency situation appears in front of you, we have to apply brakes in emergency condition. So at that time, what are the factors which are responsible or which controls the vehicle to stop within a particular distance or in particular time? So first factor is speed and load. As the speed increases or the speed of the vehicle is at higher side, at that time the the distance required or the stopping distance of the vehicle will be quite higher. Second is road surface. As you can see here, the coefficient of friction between the road surface and the tire, it plays a very vital role in stopping distance. If the road surface is slippery, then the stopping distance will be quite longer, because the vehicle may get slip or skid. So road surface should be sufficiently rough for the proper braking effect. The third point is tire tread. The good quality tire tread or the good tire tread of any wheel or any tire minimizes or prevent the skidding or slipping action of the vehicle, and it stops the vehicle in controlled manner in a minimum distance. Then the fourth factor is gradient or slope. If we want to go uphill, at that time the stopping distance will be minimum, because the gravitational force is acting in the opposite direction and it helps to stop the vehicle. But if we are going down the hill, at that time the gravitational force will be helping the vehicle to move downward, and it will be opposing the braking force, hence the stopping distance will be more. Then we have next number of wheels braking. So if you can consider only the the vehicle is having six wheels, and the braking is applied only on two wheels, and in other case, if the vehicle is having six wheel and the braking force is applied on all the six wheel, then the vehicle which is having the braking effort or braking action on larger number of wheels is having minimum stopping distance and in minimum time as well. Then next point we have coefficient of friction and braking surface. Coefficient of friction of braking surface. As we know, the braking surface will be the brake shoe and drum, as well as on the other type of brakes, it could be the brake pad and brake disc. So the coefficient of friction between these two elements, if it is on higher side, then the braking effect will be proper, and vehicle stops in minimum possible distance as well as minimum possible time. The next parameter is braking force at engine. The braking effect of engine is more in lower gear, because at that time the engine operates at lower speed, hence it is uh, quite essential, uh, the braking force of engine at the time of braking the or stopping the vehicle. So the next factor is pressure applied. When we apply pressure, if this applied pressure is on higher side, then the braking effect will be better and vehicle stops within smallest possible distance in minimum time. If the pressure applied is a minimum, that at the time the vehicle will take quite longer duration to stop the vehicle. Then last parameter is weight transfer. When in general condition, the average weight distribution of the vehicle is near about 70% on the rear axle and 30% on the front axle. But in emergency situation, when we apply brakes, the maximum load transfer takes place to the front axle and from the rear axle. So at that particular moment of time, there will be near about 80% weight at the front axle and 20% to the rear axle. So in this situation, we have to make the front braking system quite effective compared to the rear one. So this is the weight transfer parameter